Alright guys, we're at stop number 1 here. I got my access hole opened up. Got some plastic there. Supposedly they cleaned up around the dryer area. And gosh, I might just try to put it over in that corner. I don't see a problem with that at all. That might be better than running it all the way to the end. There's no reason for it really. If I can get a spotter through right there, it'll be off that window enough right there. Should be fine. I mean, in a perfect world, I'd run it all the way to the end, which I maybe I still will, because that's kind of a crappy place for it in the front of the house. But if you guys remember, this is the heat pump I did. Oh, I don't know. It's been a few weeks now. Finished it up late at night. It was like 7 o'clock at night when I finished it. I don't like working those hours anymore, but let's see if you guys recognize this one. I can't get in the house. They're not home. So there's my heat pump. My disconnect with the surge protector. So, you know, I'll probably try to put the dryer vent over here. You know, if I have to, I'll put it over here. But I think my foundation ends right there. Yeah, these dogs are gonna be barking at me all day. Love it. But somewhere over here, I'm thinking. All right, guys, you want something done right, you do it yourself. You know, these guys came down here and vacuumed up or swept up or whatever, just some dryer lint. And why don't you just lay some plastic down across here, huh? Why didn't you lay some plastic in here? It's just dirt. You guys are fools, man. They just do a half-assed job, try to be cheap. So I got a bunch of plastic here. I'm gonna string it all the way to where I need to go out the building here for my dryer vent. Ridiculous. Yeah, I won't be able to get it. I mean, I probably could get it up in there, but I don't know. It would be a shorter run, but you know, it's nice. It'd be nice to have it. It'd be nice to have it out on that side of the building. It's not blowing dryer lint in the front of their house. So anyway, well, I sure hope she didn't pay these guys very much money. They didn't clean shit barely. There's fucking lint everywhere still down here, man. Telling you, good thing I'm laying plastic. I'd tell her to stop payment on the fucking check. What a joke. There's dry lint everywhere in here. Clean this shit up, guys. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm almost 50 years old. God, I'm pissed at this. Do your job. I bet these are young guys too, who don't get sore and hurt in crawl spaces. Clean it up. Here I am laying plastic because you couldn't do your job. All right, guys, there's my dryer vent drop right there from the dryer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside and measure for my crawl access hole over, see if I can get into that corner in the front here. It's kind of foolish for me to run this over, go around all these obstacles, and go all the way out there and make the dryer vent a longer run, and you know, so it takes longer to dry clothes. It just doesn't make sense for me to do that. So I'm gonna see if I can get right up in here, right next to the dryer vent. Makes a whole heck of a lot more sense, don't you think? No reason for me to make it like 30 plus feet, 35 feet. So no, that'd be stupid on my part. And you know, my selling point to her was I wanted to make it a straight run, but I'm gonna have turns and stuff, and I'm gonna cause traps and stuff for lint to get caught in at the end there. So let's not do that. Let's do it right, and let's make it short. We'll put it in that corner. It'll be fine. All right, guys, so put this down a little bit further. I'd like to get it about right on this piece of wood here, on this piece of siding. So we're gonna put my tape about, oops. Put my tape right there. Sorry, my tape measure fell. And it's pulling my tape. There you go. Okay. So we want to be about right in there. So let's do a spotter at 173. It's 173 from that edge of the crawl. Alright, it was too hard to measure that down there, so I just popped the spotter rod through there. So I'm going to climb back down and Whew. Oh, that's a tight crawl. And see if it's going to work for me. I can always move it to the left or right if I need to. I'd like to move it this way as minimal as possible, of course. All right, let's go take a look. All right, so there's my spotter right there. It's going right through all those 2x4s. We don't want to drill those because that's the support for the home. So we'll come off here. We're gonna have to go in a little bit. We can't go that way. We'd be into the corner. So we'll have to come over about 10 inches or so. Yeah, I don't need to measure it. I'll just drill it about, I'll come over about 9 inches, it looks like. Pretty good at eyeballing that. Oh. But homeowner said it didn't look very clean down here, so he wanted proof. So, I mean, there's all kinds of dryer lint and crap up in the girders and stuff of the underneath side. Let me see if I can get here. There, you can see that. I mean, that's not clean. That's not clean at all. And you still got a bunch of crap up in there. Sorry, that's not a completed job to me. I laid all this plastic down because it was so nasty still. So, no, that's not a good job. What'd I say, about 8 or 9 inches over? I don't know, I'll put it somewhere. I'll probably miss most of them right there. Perfect. Take a look at that. Just missed them. Alright, that's gonna go easy now. Okay, now what we're going to measure where we want to put an elbow on, so we'll have to cut this guy down. I didn't bring my snips over, but we'll do that. If we put an elbow on at about, if we make this 6 inches, that should be perfect for an elbow to go on there to go down. Alright, let's cut this down and we'll get her on. Because my hole's big enough, I can put the elbow on first. And, of course, you know, you never want to put screws in it, so we'll just run one length of mastic tape over our joint, and maybe we'll wrap it around a couple times, whatever. And just like so. Then what we want to do is we want to run a little Volcom around our perimeter here, just a little bit. Makes a nice seal. Little bit'll do ya. Just like that. And we should be able to stick this through there, the whole thing. Just like so. One thing I didn't do is grab a level. Let me be right back. Alright, I'm not an electrician, so I like to actually level up my wall penetrations that I make. Let's see here. Turn, baby, turn. Doesn't look level. Let's try the sides here. Kind of hard to level this because they didn't make the flanges straight on them. We'll do the best we can. Between my level and my eyeball, that looks pretty good. Opposite corners. Look pretty good. All right, now we can go do the fun part underneath. All right, I got my drill, crimpers, my red snips, tape measure, a couple elbows, little length of pipe, and my mastic tape. If I end up needing a strap for it, I'll come back. I'll bring some length of web strapping down and get a strap underneath it. We'll see how it looks first. Trying to not have 4 hands worth of stuff and try to make this in one trip. Let's see if I can do it. Take a little break here. Kind of drill all my goodies. I used to have a nice little crawl tray. I don't know what happened to it. I think I left it in the crawl somewhere. Keep sliding my pipe. All right, let's see when I get back in there. It's only about another 10-15 feet. Well, looky there. Doesn't that just look perfect? I love it. And then what I got to do is take this drop here. This comes right off the dryer. I guess this crawl guy's told her something about moving a freezer or something to vent it out the front here. No. We're just going to cut this guy up a little bit, and we're off to the races. This will be real quick. The trick here is going to be to cut this without it coming loose, because who knows how well they taped it up there. Be very careful, because I can't get in the house. So let's hope they taped it good. Let's go a little bit higher. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Always be gentle. Tinfoil drop. This old tinfoil stuff I'll be attaching to. At least most of it will be 26 gauge, heavy gauge stuff. It's a pain in the ass. And I got a fucking phone. Of course I got a phone line right there. When don't I? When don't I have a phone line or a cable coax? God damn it. Going backwards. I can't do that. Of course. God damn it. Get out of there. So the biggest fucking hacks, man, are the... Sorry about my language today, but God, I'm pissed off at people. Biggest hacks are these phone guys, the cable guys, man. Give me a break. Everybody's a hack around here. Alright guys, I got my second elbow on my drop, my penetration out there. Then I just got my pipe there. I'll put an elbow on him, I'll get a measurement. I won't get any weight on that until I have this completely connected. Otherwise I would take a chance of that falling out of there. So we will dry fit the elbow on there, get our straight piece measurement, and then we'll just connect everything at once so everything's supported. And I'll probably, I will go get a strap. I'll probably get a strap here and strap it to that wood right there so it's got some support so we don't come loose in the future. All right, elbow there, elbow there. I already measured it, 28 inches. So let's cut that. We'll get that all taped on there and I'll come back with a strap and we'll strap her up. All right, so there's a closing video for the homeowner. See our new dryer vent there in place, and I'll get a little video up top so you know what it looks like before I leave. All the joints are nice and taped with a proper mastic tape that won't come loose. I got a strap on it to support it. It's tied into the dryer right there. All good to go. Nice short run, so your clothes are going to dry really good. As far as the cleanliness down here, so you know, I laid my own plastic all the way to the crawl access because it was still nasty. This is basically what it still looks like down here. I mean, I could have taken a shot back and done a lot better job than this. And then there's still old debris down here. The old dryer vent's still down here. I'll haul all this out. But you can see where I put my plastic here. I pull it back where I would have been working. I mean, there's still lots of dryer lint down here. I mean, what I would have done is got what I could that came up fairly easy, and then I would have just laid down some plastic, and then you'd have been in good shape. I would have vacuumed up or done something to get all this stuff off of the underfloor here. I know some people's idea of cleanliness is different than mine, but yeah. But your dryer vent's all good to go. It's in a good spot. Your clothes are going to dry really good. You won't have this crap blowing down here anymore. As promised, I pulled the old stuff out of there, and I'm going to leave my plastic down there so next person that has to go down there has a nice clean place to crawl. Okay, here's the outside. The only place I could really put it out here, but it'll work just fine. I went ahead and caulked up the back side of the hood, so it's all weather tight where it comes out. One thing I wanted to mention is what I do with mine to make sure you keep your dryer lint from getting clogged up and your dryer works the way it should. And it also is a fire hazard when lint starts building up in there. It's about yearly. Pull your dryer out, put a big plastic bag over this, hook your shop vac up, put it on blower, and blow all the crap out of it, and it'll fill up into the bag, and you'll blow your line out. That's what I do on mine, and keeps my dryer dry and clothes good. So just a tip that you want to do to keep this new dryer vent clean. All right, on to my next stop. All right, we're back at my neighbor's house from yesterday. So I got a bunch of plastic here. It's probably going to be enough. I'm going to string it around the perimeter here and cover up some of this crap. And we should be in good shape. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, that's the parts that were exposed as far as dirt, rock, and debris and stuff. You can't physically get your body underneath that duct, but that plastic's pushed down all the way to the wall. Best it could. It's all the way to the foundation, so it's all covered up. I got the plastic I pushed from the other side overlapping there, so we're good. Let me come out of here. My clear plastic covers the old black visqueen. You know, you got all this this concrete spill over here, which is fine. It actually helps hold down the plastic. When somebody was crawling around down here, you know, they will expose some spots while they're crawling. They just need to make sure they push it back when they're done. So this is all looking good. We got plastic all the way around. Let me show you. You know, around these guys, it's just concrete, so I wouldn't worry about that. You know, it's not wet soil or anything. So, you know, it's a construction. These are the forms when they poured these footings. You know, this plywood's right here. That's just part of the form. No big deal. Better than most crawl spaces, like I said. I got a new piece of plastic in the front there. I'll go ahead and take my last piece of plastic here, and I'll just spread it across here. That way, at least that stuff's covered, and we're pretty good on any of the exposed ground. It'll all be plastic. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna replace that 8-inch there that's smashed. I got a bunch of water insul tube that was down here. I'll go ahead and pull that out. I consider that debris. Maybe I can put that to good use. I'll see what the homeowner wants it. But yeah, looking pretty good down here. And then it's just a matter of strapping up a couple ducts down here that have fallen. No big deal. All right, so I exposed this smash flex here. So whoever stuck their knee on it stuck so hard that they ovaled out this pipe. I'll be able to round it back out. Get my strap and my tape pulled off of there. And we'll replace this section right here. Got my tape, my new piece of flex there. All right, so I got if you can see that or not. I got the smashed piece out of there. It's all smashed in there. There you can see it. So that's gone. And then this had enough slack in it, I was able to pull to get the reach. So I just got to pan to it, tape that, and then I'll have to insulate that piece around. Actually, I almost don't even want to, because somebody's just going to tear it up trying to go over the top of it. But I might take some of my flex and just string it over it first. Actually, that's what I'll do. Then I'll reconnect that. We'll be all insulated. All right, closing video for this side. So like I showed you, I was able to get that 8-inch stretched all the way to the hard pipe there. I removed the crushed part, insulated it with my flex there, taped it all up nice, strapped it, so if somebody comes down here, they can go underneath that to get back to the other stuff if they need to get to the other side. So that's all good. There's other spots where you'd think it needs to be strapped, but you really don't want to, kind of like the other side. because all you're going to do is kink the flex. You'll hurt the airflow. So let's just leave them. They're not touching the ground. There is a couple back in there that are touching, but they're basically taking, like I said yesterday, they're basically taking up the whole side, or I'm sorry, the whole height of the crawl space. So strapping them up is not doing you any good. They're laying on plastic. Nothing's going to harm them. If somebody goes past them, they're going to pull the strap anyway. So they're best just to leave them as is, and they will be fine. They're not laying in dirt or mud or anything. You see I got my plastic laid. I covered up all the spots that had exposed dirt. I pinned them down with rocks the best I could. Let me put my, hold on a second, let me put my headlamp back on. All right, so all the spots covered up against these pier pads here where the plastic had pulled back. And it makes sense that the plastic was pulled back here because it's close to the access. This is where somebody would be crawling the most. I kind of looked back in there, and it looks okay once you pass that pony wall right there. So this is the main area where it wasn't covered up. So you keep going here. You can see I got all this stuff all the way to the foundation, pinned down with rocks and concrete and stuff so the plastic won't move. We're looking good. That piece hanging over there is just by the access hole. I'll tuck it back up before I close it up. Everything looks good over here. I wouldn't have any issues with this.